Welcome to the 2019 Flag Plus Football Division A Championship game between You Can't Sit With Us and the Braves. I'm GM Caletharis. With me, Carm Police, the Division I analyst and Hall of Fame quarterback. Carm, nice to have you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about this ultimate showdown this spring.
Well, it's quite interesting. It's the two top teams. There was no surprise with You Can't Sit With Us. They finished as the top offense. Alex Holloway having just an amazing season, finishes the quarterback of the year for Division A. He's partnered, if you will, with Justin McLean, who finishes the two-way player of the year. I thought he was actually the top receiver, but I got outvoted on that. He lit things up. He's been all over the field in their match with the Braves. If You Can't Sit With Us have the top individual players, the Braves are the top team. From a chemistry perspective, it's absolutely insane. Jonathan Maher has just been as consistent as you're going to get. Nothing flashy, nothing fancy, but just methodical down the field. Protects the ball very well. Their defense, they finish as the top defense in both Division A, B, as we had the convoluted, if you will, format this year for Division A and B. And you're looking at just a team that plays so well together. They communicate, and to my mind, the top two-way monster, if you will, in George Daripier.
So what are some matchups that we should be paying attention to in this game?
Whoever tries to stay with McLean is going to have fun. The guy's just got a motor that doesn't stop. He's absolutely all over the place. You've got the rocket-propelled Alex Pilo. As much as I'll leave the personal comments aside, I think he's going to be one of the game changers in this game. The kid has just so much scary talent. Then we've got to wonder, did the Braves even bother covering Terry Tam? He's been left alone all year.
And with that, it looks like the game is about to start here. Looks like it's going to be the Braves on offense to start, as it is being whistled in right now. You Can't Sit With Us defense currently: Justin McLean, Danny Damour, Chris Miard at rush, Marco Bertoldi, James O'Hayan, and Quade Johnson on the field right now, while Jonathan Maher calls his huddle, two to his left, two to his right.
Interesting notice, we got Alex Pilo spread out wide. Normally we've got him in the slot. He's just such a mismatch for everyone on defense. And he's lined up in front of Justin McLean, so we'll see what the two-way player of the year can do.
Ball snapped. Quick pass to J.D. Chevalier, who shakes and gets a first down there, tackled by Justin McLean.
Again, J.D. is such a phenomenal route runner. He does so much for Mr. Maher in terms of opening things up. Again, the man knows what he's doing out there in terms of finding a soft spot in his zone. It'll be interesting if they continue in his own defense, what he does.
He's a very versatile player as well. We should be looking at seeing potentially on converts and other plays, watching him drop as a halfback as well. Waiting for the snap here, Maher calls hut, looks to his left. Chevalier again, that's a matchup he likes. Quick tackle by Danny Damour on that out.
Well, Danny's a good player, but he's a better player in his zone than he is man-to-man. As talented as an athlete, J.D. Chevalier is going to eat him up. I apologize in advance, but if that's the way they're going to play things, then look for J.D. to catch like 80 balls tonight.
Nothing to apologize about. He's not on your roster right now. So waiting in the huddle, looks like the You Can't Sit With Us defense looking refreshed, coming out here. Mike Pearson ready to snap the ball to Jonathan Maher, who scans the field.
Heads up and Pearson slanting.
There that is. Quick tackle there by Quade Johnson, our clairvoyant Carm, seeing that slant before it happens. Looks like it's just shy of a first down.
No, it's not seeing things as they are. It's just Pearson's just got a lightning first step. Honestly, one of the fastest first steps from any center in all of Flag Plus football, which, again, is a huge advantage for any quarterback. When you know your center can beat the rush or go opposite when you've got the defense protecting that, makes your life so much easier.
There's a lot involved as a center, right? You've got to get the ball accurately to the quarterback, keep your head up on that route, plant, not get in the way of the rusher, as he's about to do right here to snap the ball. To the left, contested pass by Justin McLean.
Nice play by Justin McLean. Nice play, nice play.
So that's something there, is that matchup is match for match on speed, but it looks like McLean had the height there to disrupt the pass that was intended for 21 Alex Pilo.
It was a little bit weird to see because Justin was playing up very tight and you had Danny Damour a little bit further off of J.D. Chevalier. It was a weird play connection in terms of I would have expected Jonathan Maher to switch off that because you had Justin playing up tight on a hook.
With that, you see a substitution, J.D. Chevalier leaving the field quickly, being replaced by Marc-Andre Lapointe at that. Looks like now he's been put at that wideout, and Alex Pilo, as you mentioned, has been bumped back to his usual slot position.
Well, no, it looks like Alex is going to be outside. I'd love to see Alex on Danny Damour. To me, that'd be a huge mismatch.
Bad snap.
I'll refrain from that. That wasn't a bad snap. That went right through Jonathan Maher's hands. That's not a bad snap. That was just maybe a little bit more enthusiasm than he's used to, but that did hit him in the hands, and he's got to make that catch.
Missed snap there. So as the officials back up the bags, this is going to be a key third down here now for the Braves. Oh, turnover on
It was a
downs.
fourth down. Holy cow. Okay, and neither one of us is paying attention.
Yep. So that is 0 for 1 on converting first downs for the Braves. You can sit with us now with the ball. Terry Tam ready to snap as Alex Holloway surveys the field here.
It's also 0 for 1 for the commentators for paying attention. Oh, we have interference there from Justin McLean. Let's see if he's going to call that against the rusher, Justin Payma. Oh, I think they are.
Yeah, it is interference on the rusher, Julien Payma. Always guaranteed a straight line to the quarterback there, despite whatever slants or other routes are being run by the receivers there. Oddly enough, usually when you see that penalty, it's usually from the center. This time it was the right slot.
Yeah, Justin McLean with a little bit too much enthusiasm running this slant in. Again, good job from Julien Payman's job in terms of, hey, you know what? Your job is not to slow down. Your job is, if there's contact, run through it and make sure that the referees see it.
Julien Payman, one of the premier rushers in this division and the league, 10 sacks in the regular season, which is no easy feat in Division A. Ball snapped, Terry Tam slanting left, Alex looks in the middle, caught by Marco Bertoldi for a first down and more, quick tackle by J.D. Chevalier.
Kind of odd defenses. We've got Jonathan Maher playing up at two-yard bump and press, but the rest of the Braves defense playing a little bit of a zone. Very interesting call.
4-1 there almost with Jesse Dupree floating in the back. This from top to bottom, this Braves defense is a very, very strong unit here, but we'll see if it's going to be a match for the red-hot You Can Sit With Us offense, who have been just lights out all season.
No, the Braves have finished as the top defense this season, and my call was that the Braves defense is going to be the reason to win this game. Let's see how that works out.
Waiting for the snap, Alex calls hut, looks to his left. Oh, great catch.
Nice
Marco
catch by
Bertoldi
Bertoldi
on that out, just between Lapointe and Dupuis there for the touchdown. 6-0, You Can't Sit With Us.
So we're not in the NFL, and we don't see the back shoulder down the fade down the sidelines, but that was a back shoulder throw. Really nice job and nice adjustment by Bertoldi.
So these converts are going to be especially important here, especially with the
Braves,
tendencies of Braves to go for two.
The Braves have a habit of going for two on every play. So, yeah, every convert now takes on a huge importance because it's 2 for 1.
1-point convert from the 5. Ball is snapped, looking left, attempts to shake the rusher, Julien Payman there with the sack to nullify that point after touchdown.
It's still interesting to see the system they're playing. Maher is playing 1 yard off the guard, in this case it was Chris Millard, whereas the rest of the defense is playing a little bit off, playing the zone, lanes across. It's almost like he's focusing, taking away one player and allowing the defense to make sure that the rest of the team doesn't beat them.
So far, You Can't Sit With Us, 6-0. Braves, after going on a 4 and out, are ready to respond again. Maher waiting for the snap from Pierre Saint. Looks left. Alex Pilon, quick catch. Almost shakes those two defenders. Quick tackle by Danny Demour after the first down.
It's the first time McLean's been playing off. He's normally been playing within the 5 to 6 yard range. Good read by Maher. You saw him at about 11 and took advantage of it. And Pilon can take any play the distance. He is probably the most versatile player right now in the playoffs.
One matchup to look at right now is either Marco Bertoldi or James O'Hayan on George Gariepi. I feel like that's something that Maher is going to go to often here, especially with the height difference. Catch by Pilon on the outside, tackle by Justin McLean. Looks like it's about 7 yards, second down.
That was a nice throw because, again, we got Justin McLean. In that case, he was playing off at about 6. We got Alex ran a little quick slant in, back out. Good coverage, just a great throw and great catch.
It looks like the You Can't Sit With Us defense is trying to limit the sort of home run deep passes, but in giving up the short passes, that seem to be what's feasting on the Braves offense right now.
Right now we're at about the 15-yard line. Don't be surprised you're going to see Pilon run a little reverse.
There that is. Oh, shakes Justin McLean, cuts up to the middle, first down, tackled by Marco Bertoldi at about 7 yards.
Yeah, if you take a look at the Braves offense this year, once, perhaps twice a game, they run that, and it's just outside the red zone. They do that as the setup play, if you will. It backs off the defense when you see them playing all at about 8 yards. Take away the ability to hold the zone, give Alex the ball. I mean, the kid is electrifying in space.
On that wrap, Justin McLean played that well. It looks like they might have been in man coverage there. He was able to follow Alex Pilon the whole way, just missed that tackle, and it ended up costing them that first down.
Yeah, well, from what we've seen so far, they have been in a man. I'm interested to see what's going to happen when they start getting a little bit further out and see what JD Chevalier can do.
Looks like it's lanes here, just behind. Oh, good catch by George Gariepi. Dodges the tackle from Justin McLean and scores. Game is 6-6 right now.
Oh, he's such a two-way monster. The guy has just huge size. He knows where he is on the field. Amazing hands.
Speed.
Yeah, speed as well. He's one of the most dominant players in Flag Plus right now. He doesn't get as much recognition as he should because he's just one of those humble guys. But honestly, if you're looking to draft a team, he's one of the top 5 guys you're going to pick.
So it looks like Braves are also going for one on this. It'll be interesting to see if JD Chevalier drops back as a halfback. Usually they have the ability to run as well.
Watch over the middle. Watch over the middle. Nope. Nice play from JD outside.
Absolutely. So good look off by Jonathan Maher, looking at that middle and then hitting the sidelines to JD Chevalier to make it 7-6 Braves. With that, the wildly effective You Can't Sit With Us offense are looking to respond here. Do you think Alex is going to go for the play down the sidelines right away, or he's going to march?
No, Alex has been doing a very good job of taking what the defense gives him. He hasn't been forcing very many balls. Just look at his interception total this year. Having said that, you've got some balls that are going to be available like in 10 to 15 yard range.
Alex Holloway, 61 touchdowns, 6 INTs in the regular season, throws to Quade Johnson, who catches the ball, tries to dodge, but is tackled by Marc-Andre Lapointe after about 6 yards.
And again, that's what the defense gave. He saw it, read it, didn't hesitate, fired a nice catchable ball, and away we go.
Second down here. For you, what's a matchup on defense that you would want to pick on at this moment?
I'm liking Chris Millard out of the right slot from the You Can't Sit With Us defense. And, you've got 2nd and 4. This is, to me, this is taking a shot. You've got Jonathan Maher, who's playing up tight on him. Be an interesting sprint downfield.
Maher, who's playing tight on McLean right now. A little bit of a hold there. Down the sidelines to Danny Damour, just overthrown. Both George Gariepi and Marc-Andre Lapointe converging on that ball as well, and it will be 3rd down.
Fortunately, Alex didn't look to his right because he had a 2-on-1 on the left, our left side, the offensive right, and unfortunately, Millard straight down the sideline, uncovered.
That's a no-go here. Good observation pre-snap, though. Hopefully, that's something that they will look at again with this upcoming 3rd down. It looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 6 to get the first down.
Well, with the way the Braves are playing defense, you've got a staggered defense, which gives you openings on zones. You've got JD Chevalier playing at about 7 yards, and you've got Jonathan Maher playing at 2. It opens up.
Ball snap. Terry Tam with a slant to the right. Chris Millard on that. There that is.
Like I said, you've got that double zone where you're playing at a stagnant level. It opens things up. If you got the layers to go, and nice ball by Alex, and here we go. We got a 1st and goal.
Fly down the sideline to Chris Millard, as you mentioned, tackled by Jonathan Maher to make it a 1st down. Chris Millard, who is a monster in the regular season, 29 receptions for 380 yards and 8 touchdowns. One of the premier two-way players as well, who's also a very, very effective rusher.
He's definitely made his impact on the game the past couple of seasons. He lit it up with the finest during the winter season.
Ball snapped. It looks like it's red zone here. Alex, off the hands of Quade Johnson on a drag underneath.
And you got the best result possible for the offense on that. Anytime there's a bobbled ball, you're just praying as a quarterback, go out of bounds, hit the ground, do something else. Don't hit up. So very, very fortunate result out of that.
Yeah, thankfully for Alex Holloway, that was a little bit too far and out of bounds for defender JD Chevalier to wait on the tip drill play.
So let's see what happens here. I'm interested to see Alex. I do believe he's going to be looking on a double move, so expect something out in.
Look for rusher Julien Payment to limit Alex's 2nd and 3rd reads as well. He's got to get a quick one out there. Slant to the right from the center. Looks over the middle. Danny Damour.
A little slant in. Nicely done. Good thrown ball. Put it nice and high. Nice and into the chest. Very easy catch. Easy throw. Looking very calm so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that quick slant, uses his body to shield the ball from defender George Gariepi, who was closing. He's able to get in, and it is now 13-7. You Can't Sit With Us.
It's interesting that both offenses so far are staying with the 1-point convert. Normally the Braves do the 2-point to try and play keep away, but interesting to see that you can't sit with us staying with the same thing. Again, Jonathan Herb playing up close. Jonathan Klain trying to come across. Oh, payment missing. No.
So just through the hands of Chris Meillard on that convert. So it is 13-7 as the Braves will come back on offense here. This may be one that we look back on later as maybe it was that 1 point on that convert that was the difference maker. Both teams have been very effective so far.
That was unfortunate because Alex had a step on the rush, didn't have to throw on the run, could have set his feet. Unfortunately, he was on the run, threw a little bit of a bad ball, was in the feet, and Chris just didn't come up with the play.
Maher waiting for the snap from Pierre Saint, looking left to right, seeing what matchup is favorable for him. Ball snapped, looking over down the sidelines to Alex Pilon over Justin McLean, just through his hands, incomplete.
Interesting decision because Justin was sitting at 8 yards and he was waiting for that to go down the field. He was stride for stride with him. It was a great throw, but again, when you've got both players going stride for stride, that's not a very high percentage throw, and as much as it's a nice ball, it's not the greatest decision in the world. That's one of those where he decided to take a shot regardless of what was happening.
Without a doubt. Alex Pilon, a player who excels in getting separation from defenders, finding someone who's the same speed and taller, boxing him out from that ball there, Justin McLean.
The funny part was, on watching that play, I thought he was going to Danny Damore.
Quick slant here to Jason Courchain, tackled by Quade Johnson to make it third down. Looks like it's going to be a third and about 4.
So we got back-to-back plays. J.D. Chevalier going post on Danny Damore. I thought he was going to throw it the first time because he had more than a step. He took him again this play, so is he filing that one away? Because that's 2 in a row that he's been able to beat them straight down the middle.
Third down here, Maher calling plays. Looks like he might be favoring his left side here a little bit more. We're seeing fewer passes to that right side of the field.
Don't be shocked if Pearson takes a slant.
Pierce indeed slanting, but George Gariepi with the post over top in between defenders for a first down and more, tackled by Marco Bertoldi.
Yeah, no, nice opening to the middle. Pearson taking the outside, opening up the middle for Gariepi. And again, he's such a big body. It's not that hard to hit him with the ball because you don't have to be that accurate. It's
the range is exceptional for him. If it's anywhere close, he'll just be able to scoop it up.
It gives you that big throwing circle.
So with that, waiting for the snap here, Maher, who's been great so far, looks left, looks right.
Look at the slant on the left side.
Oh, a little double move there with a corner over top. Just overthrows J.D. Chevalier with Danny Damore in tow on defense.
It's an interesting matchup. I think with the double moves, you're going to see J.D. getting open. I would just like to see Jonathan making those calls with a little bit more room. We got a little bit tight on the field there. Need to put the ball on the line, but I think J.D. on any double move is going to be able to get by Danny. A little bit more space, and he can lob it up rather than trying to put it on the line.
So far, Maher has been very successful when the ball is snapped and it's right in his hands, and he's dumped it off quickly. As routes start to develop a little bit more, he's been a little bit more erratic in his passes.
Okay, so we got second and long. Watch out for Mike Pearson.
Ball snapped. Pearson on the deep out. J.D. Chevalier with the slant underneath is able to get that first down and more with the tackle by Danny Damore.
Again, that's a matchup that I would rely on all day. As much as Danny Damore is a good player, J.D. Chevalier is a great receiver. He's got amazing pattern recognition in terms of where to go and what to do, and I don't think Danny's going to be able to stay with him. I would be taking shots with him all day.
Scoreboard's been corrected. It is 12-7 right now. Waiting for the snap here, Mike Pearson. Maher looks over Jason Courchain, wide open, nobody covering him in the back of the end zone there on the corner. Touchdown, 13-12, Braves.
Well, George Gariepi took a little bit of an out, and the corner on the defense saw him, and don't get me wrong, I'd step up as well.
I would absolutely prioritize Gariepi there.
Yeah, exactly.
But perfect for Jason Courchain, who is all alone in the back of the end zone, helping his team secure the first lead of the game for the Braves.
Well, if you take a look at who's been the bigger threat this year, I would step on George.
Waiting for, once again, the 1-point convert. Braves going against the grain of their usual 2 points.
This is a huge shock. I mean, they've gone for 2 almost all season long. So going for 1 is just a complete difference maker. And probably the You Can't Sit With Us defense is going, excuse me?
Yeah, you spend all week or however long preparing for the tendencies of a team only to be completely shocked here. waiting on the convert. Quick slant from Mike Pierce on the left. Off his
Nice
body,
catch.
juggled,
Oh, the rebound.
bounced off of 2 or 3 guys. Alex Pilon right there, able to play tip drill and make it 14-12 Braves.
That was a great throw by Maher in terms of very tight window. Pierce normally with very short hands. Ball hitting him right in the hands. Great throw again, but Alex Pilon, say what you will, just sitting in the right spot.
He watched that the whole way between defenders, managed to hold on to the ball after the tip, 14-12. You can sit with us, breaking the huddle right now.
So let's see if Millard is covered down the sidelines this play.
That's definitely a speed-for-speed matchup between Chevalier and Millard. There he is, quick hook there. Quade Johnson tackled by Marc-Andre Lapointe, second down.
And it's fun to see Marc-Andre Lapointe. He's excelled in the lower divisions. He last summer stepped up to Division A with Spitfire and has been recruited for Division A and Division 1 the past 2 seasons. He's a phenomenal talent that no one really knew about. He had played for several years with the Junkyard Dogs and done some really good things, but no one really gave him a shot. He's really stepped up this game in terms of just showing what he can do.
It's nice to see that talent funneled up on the Braves as well. Number 1, Jesse Dupuis of the formerly of the Alpha Tees, also a lower division player making an appearance here. Chris with a hook.
Nice catch by Chris.
Looks like it's not quite enough for a first down. Oh, it is a first down. Perfect. So first down, you can sit with us.
So you mentioned Jesse Dupuis. Again, he was nominated as a two-way player of the year for Division B. Absolutely was the heart and soul of the Alpha Tees on both sides of the ball. Just a monster in defense in the middle. Able to do all sorts of things. Helped his team to the Division B final with a huge pick 6 to go along with his 3-touchdown game with no interceptions.
I like the matchup on our right, the left side of the offense between Quade Johnson and Marc-Andre Lapointe. Let's take a look at this on this play here. Ball snapped. Drag underneath. Alex tries to get rid of it quickly. Contested catch that's caught by Chris Millard for barely a yard or 2, tackled by J.D. Chevalier, but he absolutely gets his quarterback out of trouble there.
Yeah, no, that was one of those where you get some positive yardage out of a bad decision. I'm not sure I would have thrown that ball. I can't even call it a 50-50 ball, but Chris Millard came back and made a play for his QB. Again, can't see with this offense that they're making plays so far.
Chris Millard with the height, the jump, and the hands has been working.
Yeah, he's more known as a rusher, and he's done some amazing things as a rusher with the Finest recently, but nice catch.
Looks like it's man coverage here. Alex throwing over top, nothing there. Quade Johnson with that matchup on Marc-Andre Lapointe looked like that pass was just a little bit overthrown.
Well, having been in the position before, Payman decided to make Holloway throw that one away, and we can be as polite as we want, and there's no flag on that, but that was a throwaway.
When you have someone as fast as Payman closing in and you don't want to take a sack there and a key down like this, I guess that's a smarter play to do.
100%. You've got 2 more plays, it's 3rd and short. Chuck it out of bounds. Don't worry about it. There's a receiver in the general area, and away we go.
3rd down ball is snapped, slant to the right from the center. Throws it up once again to Chris Millard. Enough with Jesse Dupuis closing, enough for that first down and more. Very, very calm and collected.
No, he read the hole in his own. There's no problems there. Saw it nice and easy. You can see Chris Millard was nothing. He wasn't under stress. He realized that, hey, I'm going to make the catch. Tackle's going to come out, so he just caught it and literally just stepped out of bounds, and away we go.
Braves have called a timeout here, hoping to extend, maybe get an extra play or 2 before the whistle for 5 plays. I guess the intention is hopefully to stop them here on defense and get the ball back before the half is over.
Well, you definitely want to make sure you maximize your return. I mean, even if you give up the touchdown here, it's not the end of the world. You've got time to march down and score. I'm not sure they're going to be in an effort to speed things up.
Can't believe it's already almost the half. This game has flown by. 14-12 right now for the Braves. You can sit with us on offense, breaking the huddle here, trying to go up in this game once again.
So the way things are going, don't be too shocked if you see a little hook to Terry Tam. He's been left alone in the last 2 or 3 plays as Jesse's been flowing around trying to be that extra spy. But I'm curious to see if Alex has picked up on that.
So that's it exactly, is that you have these matchups, and when you start seeing Braves defenders doubling up on the usual suspects, that's got to leave someone else open elsewhere on the field.
Well, and Terry's made a career out of that. You take a look at the speed matchups on their offense, and that's not the game he plays. He finds holes in the zones. He's very reliable when the balls is thrown his way. I have never seen Terry Tam drop a ball. He runs what is asked. He does what's required of him. He gives the ball to his quarterback in a good catchable position. Don't be too shocked if he gets the ball here.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a Terry Tam hair flip either yet. Quick drag underneath from Quade Johnson. Back of the end zone to Justin McLean, just overthrown there.
I wish the camera would have picked it up, but Terry Tam was uncovered in the back of the end zone.
Looks like it's another timeout. So Braves have used both their timeouts trying to extend their possession time in the first half, hopefully hoping for another drive in which to score.
But that's not an unusual thing, and it's actually very smart play calling. You want the ball in your hands, and if you have to use both timeouts in the first half, you can't save them. You've got to use them when they're relevant. And if it gives you the chance to get extra plays to score, then that's relevant, and that's what you need to do.
Maybe I'm being conservative, but I'd always worry that towards the second half, you might find yourself in trouble where you really need one of those.
They're in trouble now.
Very, very
position.
true.
If they don't get the ball with 3 or 4 plays, then those timeouts, they're nice to have in the bank, but this is the time you need to use them.
You can sit with us with the ball here in scoring position. Ball is snapped. Terry Tam on that drag underneath. Justin McLean with a catch, but there is a flag on the field.
Flag on the defense.
Looks like it's once again from either Justin McLean or in the middle of the field. It is obstruction on the rusher. So with that, it's not on the rusher.
It's on the defense.
It's on the defense.
Yeah. No, it was flagged against the defense.
Looks like it's
Contact on one of the defenders. Obviously from the right side of the offense, left side of the defense, there was a little bit of unnecessary contact. Touchdown.
Touchdown indeed. Okay. So you can sit with us back on top here.
Yeah, 4-point lead. And I'm kind of surprised. You're up by 4 going for 1. But really doesn't make much sense.
It may very well be going for 2 from the 5.5 here because of the penalty, though.
Fair enough. Good call.
Tries to get away from the rusher with a little hop there.
No. Julian Payman with a nice sack, and away we go. 4-point lead. Let's see what the Braves can do now.
That is
absolutely. I haven't heard the whistle yet for 5 plays.
That's a big defensive play for his team, Julian Payman, making sure that it doesn't become a single touchdown lead there.
Yeah, I spoke a little bit too soon, and here goes the whistle for 5 plays. So those 2 timeouts came in handy. They probably saved them a play, if not 2.
This will be paramount for the Braves to score here, especially since they started with the ball in the first half. You can't sit with us. We'll be starting on offense going into that second half.
So I'm curious to see if J.D. Chevalier is finally going to take advantage of the matchup with Danny Damore. Every time I've seen anything close to man, he's taken him. We'll see what Jonathan Maher goes for.
Ball snap, Braves. Maher finding Pilo on the outside with a hook.
It's a nice 9-yard gain for first down.
We have a flag on the play. It looks like it's holding on Justin McLean, so that's going to be added yardage there for the first down, getting the Braves in closer scoring range here.
So we got 4 plays now to hit 20 yards and take the lead going into the half. This is the perfect situation for Maher. Again, I can't say it enough. That was a great first half usage of the 2 timeouts. That's what they're relevant for. It's all about getting the extra plays when you have a chance to score, and that's what they were trying to do.
Rough penalty there, the holding call on Justin McLean, which brings the Braves ever so closer to scoring here and retaking the lead.
Tell you what, I'll take 5 yards on Alex Pilo anytime.
Absolutely, with the ability to quickly break a tackle. Ball snapped here out to Mike Pearson with George Gariepi on the in, just over top, tackled by Marco Bertoldi.
Bertoldi was in perfect position. I'm sorry to say he was, but he's so big. Gariepi is just a monster out there. And if you allow him to just set his body like he did there and extend his arms back to the ball, there's not much you can do other than just simply flag him. He's just too big of a player.
If he's between you and the ball, you're not closing that gap.
Not in the least. That's just where you take the flag and move forward, and you hope that, you know what, when it happens on the goal line, you stand on the goal line, he doesn't push you back in. Because when he sets his body like that, that's 7-8 yards every time.
Scores 18-14 for the Braves going into that second half, end of the first half here, closing quickly. Ball snapped, drag underneath with Pilon, caught, manages to slide his way. Looks like he's
going to be stopped on a one. They're never going to give you that touchdown. You're not allowed to slide into the end zone. You're not allowed to roll into the end zone.
Whether intentional or losing your footing as it was here.
It's irrelevant. So we got first, probably second and goal. We got 2 plays left in the half. It was a nice catch. It was a decent ball, not the greatest thing in the world. He didn't allow him to keep his feet. He probably would have scored had he stayed on his feet. But the second you go down, the referees are taught, hey, you're short. Sorry to say, you cannot advance on the ground into the end zone.
So here with the height, George Garapi, 5 touchdowns in the regular season. Is he who you'd look for here on with the size matchup?
100% back of the end zone. Watch him run into to the corner on the right side.
Ball snapped here. A little stutter step from JD Chevalier coming across, panicking, throws it up just over the head of Jason Courchain, who struggles to catch the pass. And we are going into the last play of the half here.
I know, it was interesting because what I said happened. George went to the right side. Unfortunately, Jonathan was looking left the entire way, didn't see it happen. We had a bit of a mismatch there. Don't be too shocked now if you see George running a drag over the front of the goal line from right to left. Again, he's such a big mismatch. You'll see JD Chevalier clear out, Pilon clear out, and we'll give something into the left slot from George Garapi.
So that drag came the play before from JD Chevalier, which is why Jonathan Maher's attention was to the left, waiting for the ball here. Oh, little double move there on the outside.
Nice play, JD Chevalier. He completely, again, I'm sorry to say, Danny, this is not the matchup for you tonight. He went quick post out to the corner, double tap on the foot, catch the ball right in the back throw from Jonathan Maher. This is going to be a mismatch all night if Jonathan decides to exploit it.
Absolutely. As you've mentioned, that Danny Demore is a premier zone defender, but you see here, especially against a very shifty, very quick receiver like JD Chevalier, is where you see the mismatch.
Yeah, because if they try and go zone, then you're just going to dump the ball to Alex Pilon all night. They're trying to keep Justin up on him in a man-up defense, which is just going to expose Danny. And I'm sorry to say, JD is just too polished a receiver.
Across the middle, just over the head or just behind George Garapi. Score is 20-18 right now for You Can Sit With Us going into the half. So, Carm, what have been your thoughts on this game so far?
It's been back and forth. It's exactly what we thought we were going to see. Both offenses are moving the ball up and down the field. Both quarterbacks don't seem to be panicking. Julian Payman has made a couple of nice plays out of the rush position for the Braves. It's going to be offense. It's going to be whoever blinks first. I'm a little bit shocked that the Braves are only going for one. Their mantra all season is go for two on the converts, and I think that plays more to their strengths. So don't be surprised if in the second half, as they went like 0 in the first half in the converts, they go back to their game at 2-point converts.
This has been a stellar game on offense so far. We're waiting for that big pick or that another turnover on downs here that will break this game wide open. Right now, within a touchdown difference, this could be anyone's game.
Well, we saw at the end, Danny Demore got a little bit exposed by JD Chevalier. I've said from the beginning, I think to me that's the mismatch in this game, and don't be surprised if they talk about it at the half, and that's where they go for the second half.
You Can Sit With Us starting with the ball in the second half here. Is time of the essence? Should they score right away, or there's lots of time in the second half?
Both offenses have been moving the ball. There's absolutely no pressure on anyone. They're not getting out of their games. Both quarterbacks are veterans. They know what they're doing. There's no panic anywhere.
So Braves defending Division I, Division A finalists going up against You Can Sit With Us, who are looking to punch in their first Division A championship here.
Well, I called it from the first article of the year. I think the Braves defense is going to be the game changer. Don't be shocked if they make a play. Payma is going to eventually put enough pressure on Hollowak to make something happen. And Garapi, good Lord, that guy makes so many plays in the end zone. Both defensive and end
We've mentioned the prowess of Jonathan Maher at quarterback, but he's an equally versatile player on defense, known for jumping those short routes and taking them back for a touchdown as well. Very smart defender, reads the field like a quarterback and knows where quarterbacks tend to favor and uses that against them. Someone definitely to look at underneath going into the second half.
Well, you see him now. He's lining up at 2 yards on almost every play. He's giving a little bit of a layered zone look for Alex, and he picked on him once. He found Millard down the sideline. We'll see how that plays a factor. He hasn't changed out of that style. He's been still lining up at 2 yards off the slot every play. We'll see how much of a factor that plays into things.
We'll see how that works out for them. Whistled in here, 2018 for the Braves. You can't sit with us with the ball here. 22 minutes left in this game going into the second half. As the receivers line up. Ball's about to be snapped. Terry on the drag to the right. Alex looking down the sideline.
Nobody there. Nobody there.
Looks like it was a miscommunication between Quade Johnson, the intended receiver who would have been going straight through, and Alex thinking that he had him on the fly there.
Again, you got Payman who's pushing the envelope and making sure that he doesn't get to his third read. And that's what a good rusher does. A good rusher takes the third read away. Quarterback, if you get to the second read, the quarterback's going to make you miss. And if you're giving him the fourth read, you're coming in too slow. You're taking away the third read, and he's doing a very good job so far tonight.
Division A, where seconds matter with the quarterback and the ball. Ball snapped here, looking down the sidelines. Oh!
Nice little layer. Nice little layer again. You got Maher, who plays that 2 yards off and is taking away some of the short stuff, and then Millard went deep and took away the corner. You've got that zone between 8 and 15 yards, which the Braves on the right side are giving up.
I was surprised on that play. I watched Terry Tam on the slant the whole way, and it looked like Alex Hollowak was eyeing him for that drag and just floated it over his head to a wide open Justin McLean there for the catch.
That's what he did, and Gary Pay picked it up. And again, when you've got two players there and you've got layered, you've got that hole at 10 to 15.
Ball snapped here. Marco Bertoldi over the middle. Quade down the sideline, uncovered for the touchdown. Touchdown, Quade Johnson. You can't sit with us. Retake the lead here.
Yeah, you've got J.D. Chevalier and George Jaripay going, I thought you had him. Both people looking down the middle. There was really no threat down the middle. To see two Braves defenders pick up absolutely green space was a little bit unusual. They were playing a 2-3 defense, but Jaripay and J.D. Chevalier both covering down the middle with no one really there.
So down by 4, we have our first 2-point convert here for You Can't Sit With Us. Up by 4. Quade Johnson dropping back there.
Nice
Alex
flag.
Hollowak tries to dodge.
Flag. Well done by Payman. And again, when you go for 2, the patterns take a little bit longer to develop. And as a QB, you've been taking your drop at 7 to 8 all game with expectations, what have you. On a 2-point convert, you've got to take a little bit of a couple of steps back to make sure that you've got time to get the ball out, because again, your receivers are running, they have to run a little bit deeper, and the defenders do not have to worry about covering the 5-yard hooks.
Especially when it's the difference between a 4-point and a 6-point game here.
So, yeah, I'll blame that one on Alex. He just did not drop properly.
So 24-20, You Can't Sit With Us. Braves with the ball. Ball is snapped there down the sidelines. Alex Pilon with a catch. Little shake, but tackled by Justin McLean. First down there.
So that's one of the few times I've seen tonight that You Can't Sit With Us have gone to a zone. And again, John just calm, collected, found the hole.
As you've mentioned, when they've been going in man, the matchup to favor is on Danny Demore, but in zone, just hitting Alex Pilon on those slants.
The second you see a zone where Justin McLean backs off, again, I'll leave my personal thoughts again, but I'd give the ball to Alex Pilon.
Yeah, slants, hooks, anything short there. As you see, he can
he
shake and juke to get those extra yards.
Player. Absolutely, just a nightmare when the ball in his hands.
Snap there, Mike Pierce in the middle. Oh, off his hands there, incomplete.
That's unusual, because Mike is a very, very good center. I had the opportunity to play with him, my God, over 10 years ago. We're going to go back in time when
Wolverines?
I was with the Kings, actually. It was most of the Wolverines players with myself, Eddie Sharma, and Rashi Ben Abdelka there. We actually won a title in Division A back then, but Mike Pierce was all over the field and just had amazing hands. He's just such a pleasure to play with.
Because he hasn't been as involved in the offense, those looks, it may be that he hasn't been expecting it as much. There's that same route over the middle. However, J.D. Chevalier with the out for 5 or 6 yards there to make it third down, third and close.
When you're playing matchup games and you've got Alex Pilon, J.D. Chevalier, and George Jaripay, I'm sorry to say for Courchain and Pearson, as good as they are in their own right, you're not the first look. And if there's a window, Maher is going to throw it to those 3 because they are just such talented players, and they're going to win their mismatches. And we've seen it so far the entire game. I haven't seen either of those 3 get held up.
without a doubt. Pressure is definitely on the You Can Sit With Us defense right now to try and come up with a timely turnover and get the offense back the ball here.
And with Danny playing inside, watch JD go outside.
There you go. Slant one way by Pierre Saint and the out by JD Chevalier.
JD took one step inside, froze Danny where he was playing, and it was a no contest to the outside. And again, I've said it from the beginning, if I'm looking at this and I see anything regarding man, JD Chevalier is the guy I'm going to go to. He's going to own that matchup all night.
Another touchdown here. He might cement the Finals MVP award with numbers like that.
Right now, no one's putting up the two-way awards, so yeah, I cannot argue with you in any way.
Looks like we have the first 2-point convert from the Braves as well. Stacked
don't
left
be
side.
shocked with Gary Pate coming across.
JD Chevalier dropping as a halfback there.
Nice catch
Great.
by Alex Pillow.
Great catch along those sidelines there. Just threading the needle with defender
that's
Justin
Jonathan
McLean.
Maher just going, I can throw this harder than you can defend it. And you know what? We got both quarterbacks here, very strong arms. We got a small field. We don't have wind outside. Small windows, both of them can put it into it. And that was one of those where John's just like, yeah, I can make this throw. He stepped into it.
Braves lead by 6 here. You Can Sit With Us offense back on the field right now. 15:58 left in the game right now, waiting for the snap.
Again, there's no pressure. Alex is going to take his time. He's just going to march the field.
Over the middle, Justin McLean catch, yards after. Looks like we're having a...
Oh, we've got a flag guard. Flag guard. He's not happy with it,
Justin
but they
McLean is
never are.
definitely not happy.
They never are. So we got a gain of 2. Second down. Yeah. Again, we got lots of time, and I don't expect Alec to try and get out of his game in any way. He's got the ability to march the ball down the field. We're not pressured. Neither quarterback here is going to be one of those like, oh my God, I need to. No, they're just going to take what's given to them. They're going to play their game. They've got talent all around them. They're just going to feed them the ball and let the talent do things.
Justin McLean displeased with that call, definitely having words with the official on the sidelines, with his teammates trying to pull him back to the huddle.
Yeah, well, God bless him. He didn't have the words I sometimes have, and he's still in the game. So away we go. Jonathan Maher back off for the first time today. Look down the middle.
Oh wow. Just what we thought over the head of JD Chevalier finding an open Chris Miard, but JD manages to get a hand on it to make it third down.
Nice reach, and Alex did not see Kwesi going post. Good God, I hope the camera picked that up because that was 6.
Quaid on the post, yeah. That's one he'd definitely want back there.
I actually thought he saw it because he hesitated in putting it out to the right side. I really thought he saw it and adjusted the last second when like I said, he opened his hips, and I thought he was going to be throwing the post, but he opened them up a little bit further, went outside. It was a nice play by JD, nice vertical, but that was a missed opportunity.
A very important third down here for You Can Sit With Us. Looks like it's third and about 7.5, 8 yards. Post up the middle from Justin McLean. Intended target there, Quaid Johnson, and it will be the first 4th down for You Can Sit With Us.
That's interesting. Again, you got Julian Payman putting pressure there, and I can't call that one a throwaway. I'm really not sure where he was going with that ball. It wasn't intended to go out of bounds or overthrown. I'm not sure if he didn't see anything or he was expecting something else. It might have been a misread with Kwesi, because Kwesi was not open on the. Quaid.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the corner, so I'm not sure what happened there.
So down 6 right now. You Can Sit With Us. This is a very, very important 4th down here. This is a must convert.
I'm going to put $10 on the ball going to Justin McLean, probably on 10 in.
Little post outside, tries to dodge the rusher. Julian Payman has had a solid game.
And the Braves defenders are coming off the bench, and this is what the Braves do so well, and this is what I wrote about, and this is what I've been saying all year. It's the Braves defense. Their offense is nothing special in the terms of they don't light things up. They just don't make mistakes. They're very efficient, but they stay in the game until the defense makes the play.
Absolutely. Momentum is carrying them now up 6, and with the ball, they look to go up by 2 scores here, which might be the backbreaker in this case.
If they score here, this one's unfortunately, I'm going to say I'm going to lean towards this one being over. And look out for left side.
It's like we've switched here. They went to a man defense. Justin McLean getting in front of a ball intended for Alex Pilon. We're seeing Quade Johnson right now playing the 3 position on defense, lining up in front of center Mike Pierce, and followed him the whole way there. That's going to be an interesting one going forward.
That was a really, really good play by Justin. I'm kind of surprised. I haven't seen Alex run too much in terms of the double move so far, and this kid's quickness is absolutely insane. I mean, he's got a lethal first step. Pearson has a lethal first step. Don't be too shocked if we go back to the left side and you see Alex running a little bit underneath while we go to the corner.
Looks like Gary P underneath with over top with Alex Peel underneath. There you go. There's that slant.
As I said, Alex with that lethal first step. If he's running longer patterns like that, he gets that step on you, and you're not going to catch up onto him. When you keep him in a little box with some of the patterns that Maher has been running tonight, you're actually helping the defense. He needs to exploit a little bit. The double steps are lethal with him, and you run him across the field. With that lethal first step, if you're not playing him inside shade, you're not catching him. I don't care who you are, unless you're Serge.
Here's that 2-point convert here. Contested by both James O'Hayan and Quade Johnson, making sure that 2-point convert is no good. Braves up by 12.
That might be the first bad decision I've seen from Maher tonight. I love Pierre Saint to death. He's one of my favorite competitors. I mean, he plays hard. He's 5'5". When you're throwing a ball low on the goal line, sorry to say, that's where you need Garape. Like, put it up to him. I mean, if you're going to throw a jump ball to contested coverage, it's got to be George. The man is huge. Pierre Saint is an amazing player, but that's not his forte.
You can sit with us now.
Watch the chair. Watch the chair.
Over the middle, just underthrown. Alex struggling to find Justin McLean, who was not able to corral in that ball, and it is second down.
That's unfortunate. McLean had room to run. He ran a really nice pattern. He took one step to the out, back to the post, had lots of field to go. And that might be the first bad ball we've seen from Hallowack all night. He put it into his feet, and he couldn't come up with it.
A couple missed reads for You Can Sit With Us on offense right now has been the difference maker currently.
Yeah.
A little bit over 10 minutes remaining in this game. You Can Sit With Us looking to score to narrow the gap right now. Down the sidelines, Quade Johnson.
No, again, we're running that layer where you're running the slant out with Terry Tam, you're running the fly from the wide out, and the slot is running about a 12-yard out. It gives you that layered defense. The Braves got picked on the other side earlier with Justin McLean making the same catch, and in this case now, we got our left slot making the play, Marco Bertoldi.
Marco Bertoldi, someone we haven't been hearing a whole lot of this game, but a great receiver in his own right. He had that touchdown earlier on in the first half and has come up big on that first down play. Ball snapped here. Alex Hallowack looking in the middle, trying to find over the top.
Nice play.
Like
There's
Jesse was closing.
He is, honestly, if you ask me in the next 2 years, who is going to be one of the top-ranked 2A players in Division One, I'm going to put my money on Jesse Dupree. Whether it's because he's brought up the Alpha T's up to that level and he's got some players that can make it, or it's because he's stayed with the Braves, he's going to be someone you've got to pay attention to. He's just got so much talent.
With the Braves being one of the premier teams in Division One and Division A, you would be hard-pressed not to stay with them. Marco Bertoldi again on the outside, tackled by George Garapi, just shy of the end zone here. Great catch by Marco on that out.
And Marco, who's normally known as a defender, again, good hands. And back to your point, as much as the Braves are, they're all that, you do want to see some of the lower division teams moving up. We don't want to be staying with Division One with 4 teams, 6 teams, or what we saw this season where you'd have the crossovers and what have you. We want to see teams taking a step up, and it starts with quarterbacks. That is the big difference between every division. It is the quarterbacks, and Jesse Dupree is getting to the point where he's going to be a Division One quarterback.
Ball snapped here. Chris Miard, contested pass, looked like it was not caught by Chris Miard, and then pulled to the ground after the play was over by Jonathan Maher.
Again, contact to the head is not a penalty if it's not roughing. Tara thought about going for the flag on that one and realized that's not a roughing play. Incidental contact happens. That's just part of football, and there was no roughing there. There was no intent to go for the head. It's just, unfortunately, that's where the ball was. It's part of the game.
Ball was incomplete on a catchable pass, absolutely.
That is a great no call by Tara McCarrick.
So with that, it is a very, very important fourth down for You Can Sit With Us here. Alex Hallowack talking to Chris Miard, leaving the huddle a little bit more Let's see if that's the matchup.
Justin
he
McLean on
favors.
deep out.
Across the field is Marco.
Oh, he's short.
Looks like it's
short.
Looks like it's enough for the first down, but not enough for the touchdown.
Okay, yeah, 100%. We got a first down, but short of the touchdown. Wow.
Our officials are conferring right here.
Oh. And Leo with a little bit of the overrule. That's interesting because the official on the play side did not put his hands up.
Confirmed with the line judge. It is a touchdown though. Score is now 34-30 for the Braves. You can sit with us with a very important convert here. It looks like they're going for 2 once again.
That is 34-26. Okay, let's see what happens here, and let's hope Alex takes a little bit of a deeper drop. Otherwise, Julian Pema is going to get into his face.
Drag underneath.
Short.
Ball was caught by Marco Bertoldi, but tackled just shy of the end zone by a very fired up George Garapi. It is now 34-30.
And that's a mistake on the receiver's part. I'm sorry to say, you cannot run patterns short. And that's your job as a receiver. The quarterback is to make the play call. You run what's called. The quarterback does not need extra yards. The quarterback needs you to do what you've been asked to do.
Which is be in the end zone.
And even if it's for 4 yards, get the 4. If you turn your head and drop the ball because you're trying for 6, that's your fault. The quarterback wanted 4. So here we go. Don't be too shy if we see the ball going left.
Oh. That's also a great non-call and a not catchable pass just over the head of J.D. Chevalier. Danny Demore for the first time, step for step with him there. Looked like Mike Pierce on the left on that slant was
The left
open.
side was open. It was very interesting because the defenders, we had 2. We had one over the top as well. Jonathan Maher, to me, that was the first forced throw of the evening. He was bracketed. He had Danny Demore just behind him, but the defender on the right side of the defense was over the top. There was very little chances of completing that ball. That was not a great decision. Don't be too shocked now if he starts to rely on Alex Pilo.
Braves up by 4, just over 5 minutes left. Finds J.D. Chevalier on the sidelines, tackled by Justin McLean. Looks like it's a gain of about 6-7 yards.
Yeah. Agree with you 100%. It was a nice gain. He took 1 second too quick to throw that ball because, unfortunately, Justin McLean stepped up and he had Alex die to sidelines with Danny Demore hoping that the ball wasn't being thrown.
With that big third down play here for the Braves, who lead by 4 in this Division A final. GM Kalethris, Carm Police here, waiting for the play to snap.
Yeah, so the left side pops out, so that's going to be the play side. Don't be too shocked if you got George Garapi coming over the middle.
There that is. There's that post. Caught.
Nice catch
Contested
by
pass.
Alex, and that's a touchdown.
As you said, and that's a touchdown. There's a flag on the play. It is likely on
It's
the
going to
defender,
be on the
Justin
defense,
McLean.
up to the head. Going to be roughing. Again, you're allowed to make contact, but in this case, that was excessive. And the second Alex gets the ball with more than a yard of space, you can forget about it. The only person in this league that has the same ability after the catch is his twin brother.
It's his brother.
Good Lord, the 2 of them are rocket-propelled little midgets. It's a good thing they're not both 6'4".
Or we'd be in real trouble.
Well, they'd be in the NFL.
Yeah.
The 2 of them are so much fun to watch in space, unless you're a defender, because then you're just cursing all sorts of things. That was just fun to watch. Like I said, as soon as Alex caught it and I saw the space, it was like touchdown. There's no one touching him. He's just that shifty.
Clairvoyant, as well as you mentioned, when there wasn't the roughing call there for the head tag. We actually had a head tag with a roughing call there. It ended up showing up in the game later. Again,
just because you made contact doesn't mean it's going to get called. In this case, there was a follow-through, but it's being ignored in this case because Alex took it the distance. And we have also J.D. Chevalier forgot the play count.
Yeah. False start by a considerable amount.
This is not the CFL where they give you that yard even if you're past it a little bit and go, hey, it's a running start, it's all good. In this case, unfortunately, we play by NFL rules. You cross that line of scrimmage and you are done.
So it looks like they will be backed up for this convert here, going for 1.
It's ironic because up with a 7-point lead.
Nope. With the correct score is 40-30.
Okay, sorry, 10-point lead.
We seem to be having issues with the on-field scoreboard in the background.
I blame the Eagle. 10-point lead, yeah. 1 point is a very secure.
We have comments from the Peanut Gallery saying
I will
blame
never
Rob.
I will never blame the guy paying my paycheck. Oh, Dagenet gets lots of blame. Dagenet earns blame. I mean, I've never seen anyone in any league who takes more abuse than Simon Dagenet. God bless him. He's got big shoulders and he's got an ego that can withstand it. So yeah, it's Simon's fault.
So convert here, stack to the left. JD Chevalier dropping his halfback,
And
rolling
he's,
to his right.
look at
looks
George.
left. Corshane, tries to dodge Danny Damore, who manages to get the sack.
George Derripe back at the end zone, big body. Just put it up. I mean, what's going to happen? Nothing. I mean, give it to George or it's out of bounds. That's the absolute perfect place to have someone that size. You put it up and give him the shot at the ball.
So with that 40-30, under 2 minutes to go in this Division A championship, you can sit with us on the brink of defeat trying to claw back.
Now, I've always said the worst play that can ever happen on a convert is a sack. It's the absolute worst thing you can do.
Ball snapped.
Here we go down the
Alex looking to
sidelines.
his left.
Down the sidelines. Marc-Andre. That's it. Marc-Andre Lapointe. Hell of a play. Step for step with Quaid. Like I said, Marc-Andre has proven this year that he deserves to be playing in the higher divisions. I brought him up with the Spitfire last year after having played with him for several seasons with the Junkyard Dogs. Unknown defender, which boggles my mind because the guy knows how to play defense.
Step for step for Quaid Johnson. Looked like that pass was a little bit on the inside when Quaid may have been running a fade to the outside shoulder there. Would it have made a difference?
No, not
Probably
at all,
not.
because they were within a yard of the sidelines. There's no way Quaid was coming down with that ball without Mark getting in the way. That was just picture perfect defense. If you want to see how it's done, rewind that play.
1 minute remaining here in the first half. You can sit with us. 2 minutes?
Second half.
Second half. Right, thank you.
No worries.
I saw the two and I
I
was
mean,
like,
I realize the
it's
game has
one.
gone fast, but we are in the second half. And this is where, you know what, unfortunately for You Can't Sit With Us, they're going to start forcing the ball.
Yeah.
They need 2 scores and a stop. Like, they need to start forcing it.
Ball snap.
And
Quaid
these
Johnson
little
with
hooks.
the catch. Shucks and jives, enough for a first down. You can sit with us now with the hurry-up offense, trying to get back to the huddle
These
really
hooks
quickly.
are just, unfortunately, it's not going to cut it. You're down to 6 plays now as we're within 30 seconds, and you need 2 scores and a stop. So, sorry to say, if you don't score on this play, this game is done.
Waiting for the ball to be snapped here. Hollow looking to his left, over top, trying to test.
There's Marc-Andre Lapointe with yet another top play. Well done, Marc-Andre.
Testing Marc-Andre Lapointe. Intended target, once again, Quaid Johnson through his hands. And it looks like we are going to be 5 plays remaining in the game.
Yeah, I'm happy for the Braves, and like I said, their defense is the reason they're at this point. They play as a unit, and adding Marc-Andre Lapointe this year as a rookie and bringing Alex Pilo onto offense was their 2 additions this season. They've both been playmakers. They have been the best team. Other teams have had better individuals, but they've been the best team all year.
Finding those exact right pieces to complement the already the teamwork, the chemistry that the Braves already have, and finding those last pieces to make a complete, in this case, championship team.
No, we got 4 plays now. You can ring this one up. Sorry to say, this game's done. It's just a matter of what the final score is going to be, but the Braves are going to hoist the Division A championship, and congrats to them. They've shown it again tonight. Best team overall. Might not have the best individual talent, but overall their chemistry and their communication has led them to this point.
You can sit with us looking at least to close the gap. Intended target, Terry Tam, picked off by Jesse Dupuis, who's going to run it back here.
Jesse, take the knee, dude. Take the knee, Jess.
And with
There
that,
you go.
it looks like that will be
There you go.
the end of this game here. Braves high spirits right now, looking at the top of their game right now. It looks like they will cement a Division A championship.
And that's actually a huge step from a Jesse Dupree. Just lower division talent will take it back and trash talk you. The upper divisions, you're expecting a little bit more class.
Yep.
And that was nice to see him just stop it and take the knee. The game's over. Don't need any antagonism like that. You've made the play. Well done. And congrats to the Braves. Well-deserved championship all across.
So, for you, who would you be looking at as the finals MVP in this instance?
It's going to come down to JD Chevalier or Alex Pilo. They were the offense for the night. They both made a tremendous number of plays. I think the backbreaker was JD Chevalier with that post corner to end the first half with that score. It was a huge momentum switch. But Alex Pilo also made just sheer number of plays. Maybe go to Alex, but it's going to be between those two, in my opinion.
Jonathan Maher as well, aside from that turnover on downs in the first half, very, very efficient, finding the open receivers with ease in this case, and another one to go in the trophy case.
Yeah, 100%. And I would hate to not bring him up. We don't mention the rushers very often at this level. Like Julian Payman made a bunch of plays. He forced a lot of throwaways, some incompletions, made a couple of big sacks. Dark horse for the MVP.
Absolutely. Alex Hollowak, a wildly efficient quarterback in the 70% range of completion. Never looked to get comfortable as he had constant pressure from Payman, who was coming at him lightning fast.
Yeah, no, 100%. Payman did play a factor. We'll see how this one goes. Again, congratulations to the Braves. I've said it. They have been the best team. Other units have had better individual talent this season, but no one's played better as a complete unit than the Braves. Their communication has been phenomenal. Their teamwork has been amazing, and just their consistency on offense. You can't really focus on anything. When you try and take away one, again, they play as a unit. It's been fun to watch. It's like the ants versus the grasshoppers. The grasshoppers are a lot more fun to watch, but the ants get stuff done.
Exactly. Just marching on, as the analogy goes. Presenting right now the Division A championship trophy. Braves handing out those championship T-shirts as well. Another one in the books for them. Very, very good game. You can sit with us. I'm sure we'll come back hungry in the winter in Division 1. A very, very strong team to keep an eye on. But for now, the Braves are the premier team in Flag Plus.
They are, again, until someone else knocks off that top trophy, they are the team to beat. And the fun part is they keep their roster intact, whether it be in the spring or the winter. A lot of other teams merge and bring people on and do what you have you, but the Braves play with the same guys over and over.
So we've just gotten word Jonathan Maher is the Finals MVP this year.
Well, you could have picked any one of five. I mean, there were so many good players who did so many good things. Maher did what he does. He scores, doesn't put the ball in jeopardy, is efficient. He's never flashy.
It's all you want from a signal caller.
I've written that so often. He's not flashy. He's not fun to watch. But holy crap, he gets the job done. And he doesn't get the INTs. He does turn over the ball like on some stops, but it's not the momentum killer, which an INT is. Jonathan just protects the football until he gets to the end zone. That's as good as you want.
With that, it looks like we will be going down to the sidelines for the post-game interview. Simon Dagenet, it looks like he will be interviewing the Finals MVP, Jonathan Maher. All celebrations right now as we pan down to Simon on the field level.
Awesome. Let's go.
Looks like no one wants to take the post-game for the Braves right now. Simon waiting patiently right now.
Well, again, no one wants to talk to Simon.
C'est pas ta faute.
The season message, no?
And here we go.
Alright, je suis ici avec Jonathan Maher, MVP de la game aujourd'hui, quarterback des Braves.
In French?
Comme tu veux.
OK, good. En français, c'est bon.
Puis c'est comment gagner 4 fois en 2 ans?
C'est bon. C'est bon, gagner 4 fois en 2 ans. Écoute, non, on a une grosse game aujourd'hui. On a mal passé ça avec on s'est fait arrêter en partant. Puis non, on s'est bien repris en deuxième demi. On a joué de la grosse défense. Fait que grosse game de tout le monde.
Fait que t'as pas besoin de faire first place pour gagner un trophée?
Non, effectivement. La saison régulière, on n'est pas des gars de saison. On l'a déjà prouvé. De toute façon, on se présente quand ça compte. Fait que ça a été. Ils nous ont donné une bonne game pareil. You Can Sit With Us, ça commence à être une bonne rivalité contre eux. Puis, mais non, on leur a prouvé qu'on peut s'asseoir où ce qu'on veut. Man.
Alright, thanks Matt. Thanks Joe.
Merci.
So with that, it is the end of the spring season. Carm, thank you so much for joining me in the booth here. Your thoughts on this game as a whole?
Well, thanks for having me, JM. It was a fun game to watch back and forth. As expected, Braves defense ended up being the difference maker. Both teams had good offensive game plans coming in. Both quarterbacks played well, but you look at the communication amongst the Braves defenders, they came up with the stop at the end of the game after they figured things out, as they have all season long. There was no shock there. That was my preseason call was the Braves defense, and it was fun to watch.
thank you for joining us for the 2019 Flag Plus Football Division A Championship. Coming up next, Division D1. Stay tuned.
Thanks.